Hi friends, this is Leslie from Mermaid Cove Studio, and I am on today for our sweater weather YouTube hop. And I am joined by my creative and crafty friends, Debbie Adams. She is our lovely hostess this month. We've got Kim from Salty Beach Scrapper. We've got Kim Hurd from Très Jolie. We've got Tiffany McGill, Crafting Like a Boss. We've got Denise Abate Smith from Treasures of a Crafty Mind. And then you've got me. I'm so blessed to be able to do this with these lovely ladies. They're so talented, and I get to work with them. But we're doing a sweater weather hop. And in that sweater weather hop, it needed to be things that were warm and fuzzy. I chose to do a variety of things because I had a variety of things that needed to get done. Sometimes I craft with a purpose, and if it's making cards, then I can incorporate that into what I'm doing, or if we have to make some hot cocoa boxes, or if I'm working on a swap. I'm doing less and less swaps lately, and I'm doing more hops, and I enjoy the hops. I don't have to send anything else out unless we're doing something extra special. But I enjoy hops, and I enjoy working with a group of people in the same manner. It's different on both sides. I enjoy them both, but right now I'm really enjoying this adventure. I chose to use the paper collection from Minte. It's called Rust and Roses. I've been kind of using that one when I transitioned from Halloween into fall things, and it is absolutely perfect for this hop. And I'm gonna see if I can show it to you. Let's see if I can get this up in here. I'm gonna move my camera just so you can get a little glimpse of that. There we go. Rust and Roses, Minte. My husband went down to LA. He travels for his job, and he goes to the Frank Garcia studio and gets goodies for me. And this was the last paper collection he picked up, plus some pieces to Frank's newest collection that I wasn't able to get when we were there. But he's going down again next week, so I have a list of things. I've never worked with Minte before until I got this paper pad, and I was really excited because I love the style of it. And it just really screams sweater weather and hot cocoa. It's beautiful. So things that I chose to do is I had a couple cards I needed to make. We have some birthdays in November. My grandson, one of my grandsons, is going to be 3. And this paper didn't lend itself to make him a birthday card, so I will do something else for him. But this one is for my sister. I love that she watches, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but this one is for her, and she is on the 14th. Isn't that pretty? So I took, it is not craft paper, actually. It is a brown color that matched perfectly from Recollections. Out of my stash, I had ordered a whole bunch of mixed color papers, and this one was perfect for it. Out of the Rust and Rose collection was this piece of lace paper, and so it's very feminine, as is she. I've got the flowers that out of the cutout packet, and I taped them on. I didn't glue. I didn't want my paper to rumple. I have got some leaves that I popped up on Pop Dots. And then I've got the pumpkins that are also popped up a little bit higher. So there's different levels. You can see there's different levels. These pumpkins right here on the back are just glued on top of the leaves or taped. And then this guy is popped up. We've got a few sequins from a sequin mix I received in a swap, which was perfect to be used in here. So this one is for my sister. I love the layers, and I will make card envelopes for this. I'll bust out my envelope punch and make some pretty envelopes for that. This one is for my sister's husband. His birthday is on the 21st. And I'm literally using scraps out of the package. Now, there's still some large pieces of paper left, and I'm going to save those for next year and make a journal, most likely, or sometime during the next year, a journal. But this was a cutout. This was from the cutout package. This was from the sticker sheet, cinnamon buns. He bakes, and I don't know if he bakes cinnamon buns, but perhaps he will. I did not put any sentiments in currently. I will handwrite those for just before I gift them. And then this one is for my brother. And my brother is on the 27th, actually on Thanksgiving this year. And this says, hello, sweater weather. And here's this cute little fox. Everything is kind of layered up a little bit. I've got a couple little sequins on here. I tied a bow. And this ribbon I dug up out of my stash. And it is from Basic Gray. I wish I could tell you from what year. I'm looking to see if it tells me. I have had this forever and ever. And it was like this package right here. And I've had it a very long time, since I first started paper crafting many years ago. So I tied a sweet little bow and hot glued that baby on there so it wouldn't come off. And again, no sentiment. I'll handwrite something in there later on for him. So those are my birthday cards, and these are all, this here, everything was what was left, cut out pieces of paper that I'd already cut into and, sized them for the cards. And then also things from the cutout package. I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to show you this right here. This is from the Posh Paper Lady. She had this hot cocoa box, and I loved it, and it was perfect for this. So in this paper collection is it's like a sweater. Does that look like it's a sweater? I feel like I have a sweater this color. I love it. Inside are 4 packets of hot cocoa. In the video, which I will put down in the box below, she wrapped each one of the cocoa envelopes individually. So it's like a prize coming out, like a gift out of the gift. And this cool box was made out of one 12 by 12 piece of paper. And excellent. I loved it. I love that it has the lid on top. I could see I can add a big bow on top. But what I did is, this piece of peachy pink scrap paper was sitting on my scrap pile. I snagged that, cut it down to a good size, and I glued it onto the lid right on the front. And then I popped everything up on here. There's a bow. There's this really cute sweater. Here's that hot cup of, I would call that cocoa. It could be something else. Don't really know, but let's call it cocoa. I like that. I've got flowers back here, and I popped this up. I popped the sweater up. I popped hot cocoa time. So this paper from this collection is stunning. It really is very fall and very rich. Okay, I want to share this one again. I shared this one a week or so ago. This one is for my sister and her husband. As a thank you. My sister comes and helps when my grandchildren comes over. She comes and hangs out. She doesn't help, she hangs out. She's one of them. plays with them. She'll get down on the ground and plays with them. And just, they really love their auntie, and I love my sister. So I did this one. This is from KS Craft, is the die set. And this one, you've got a base for it. I know everybody's probably seen, in my video for this one a week or so ago, I showed the die set. But you've got a base, and then you've got layers. And I did not do any layers. I just did the base. And that's because the paper is it's heavy duty. It's heavy duty when it comes to the 12 by 12. The 6 by 8 is a little bit lighter weight. It is double-sided, and it matches, it has coordinating papers, but it isn't the same as what's in the 8 by 8 and the 12 by 12. So it's enrichment pack, I guess. It just has extra things that go with it, and I really like that. But this paper is really thick and heavy, and I didn't feel it necessary to layer that up. I don't know, when you do things like this, do people keep the boxes? I don't really know. If it were me, I would. I did the bow out of, I know during Halloween I talked about the black floral wrap is what this is called. So I ordered it in a couple different colors. I ordered it in the cream, and then I also ordered it in another color that coordinates with my Christmas collection that I'll be working with this year. So I just wanted to show there's two different types of hot cocoa boxes. This was already featured, but this is the one for today. I love to have choices, and I will link this where I got the tutorial for this one. I'll link that down below. The other project that I did 2 home decor projects, and I was inspired by something that I had actually seen on Pinterest. It was a little video, and it shows like one layer with leaves coming out of it, and then your tea light goes in. I don't like fire, so I have my sweet battery operated ones. I do have at my desk a very delicious smelling, I think this is pumpkin spice candle, but I'll never light it. I just like the smell of it, because I'm the one, I feel like I would walk out and I would have left it on. So I don't do it, but I do love my battery operated ones, and I can leave those on and just kill the battery. But I will show you the things that I used to make that. So I used these, and I don't remember who, I don't know if they were KS Craft. I don't know. I don't know if maybe they were Scrap Diva. I'm not sure. They were in my stash. Those are where I buy most of my dies. So it's one of the two. This one I think was also KS Craft. So I took and cut these out. I'll show you here. I used a paper towel tube to create a base. I wrapped the base with the beautiful Rust and Roses, and then I added these on as a layer. So this cuts out a hole. It doesn't leave a hole here. It is solid. And what I did is I used that to sit on, like on top. If I were to do another layer, I could do this right here. And it's solid. You can, here, we can see it in here. It's solid. And I cut that out. And then what I did is I cut the leaves out. And I cut out, I want to say I maybe did 8 for each layer. But I cut them out, and then I glued them. And they were hidden underneath. So they were either going to be here or here. And I think I just stuck them just like right in between, because those are individuals. So I stuck them up underneath of there, and they draped down. And it was an inspiration piece from Pinterest. It said, hello, you need to make this. Because my Cricut needs to be updated, I was not able to download the SVG to do that project. Perhaps during the rest of the holidays. Once I update my Cricut Maker, maybe I can do that for that project, for another project to see. I was so inspired. This is going to go on my holiday table in my tier tray. I think it'll look beautiful. I will, I've got everything set up to make a few more of those. So I was pretty excited about that. And then my last project is, again, I am having a fantastic time with the We Are Makers punch board, the shadow box. Now, the shadow box punch board is hard to get, if at all, currently. I had mine for several months, and I hadn't opened the package until I watched some videos from a lovely lady who her name is Tina. I will put the link to her YouTube channel. You can join her on Facebook, and she has all the different sizes of shadow boxes that you can make with your punch board. I was pretty excited about that, and so I opened up my package, and I've been doing things with it, and I've made a variety of sizes. Now, I'm not saying I've never made a shadow box before. I absolutely have, and I've actually done them without the punch board. I've done them the way we always do them. You measure, and then you cut out the corners, and you hope that you did a great job cutting it out. But with that punch board, it has the cool punch with that cool shaped corner, and everything lines up. I mean, I'm looking at my corners, and I'm impressed. That's almost like a perfectly mitered quilt. When you do the quilts and you've got your perfect corners? I never have that in my quilts. Never have. But in this box, it's pretty darn close. Anyway, what I did is I created, and I had seen this. I'm going to set this right back here. This is the part that I use to create the pumpkin. So I cut out 5 of this, and this is what it's nesting dies that look like this, and this little piece comes out right here. And I had started it with this kind of lacy part on it. I didn't like it, so I just went for the center. This is the smaller one. You can do, it's a whole set. I think there's one more smaller size. Anyway, I cut this out 5 times, and then I stacked them, and I used pop foam dots to kind of layer it. And this is not the project it was going to be. Ended up doing something completely different with it, and I love this because it's a home decor, and I will put it in my tier tray up on the top. And then these were the leaves that I used, and I can't tell you why I have them and where they come from, but they're in my die sets. I'm sure I have a pumpkin. I have a pumpkin die that's missing its leaves. And then this is the Chaos Craft flower, a recent one. That's the flower that I did here. And then it says on here, it says, "Hello, Fall." And again, this paper is perfect. I loved this wood look here. It's like shiplap. This is the shape of the flower. I already put the flower away. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's not my favorite flower. And I love making it, but it is so delicate right here. I love how it looks. I love the frilly of it, but this is so delicate. Is really my only complaint about it. It's beautiful when it's put together, but that little section is so delicate that I end up losing. I'm always losing a petal. So that's really would make me not reach for it, but I do love how it looks. I love the texture of it and everything else. I used some kind of a stem from another die that I have, like the pumpkin stem, that also had some of the little tendrils coming off of it. You know how it looks when you grow a pumpkin. There's all of that good stuff. My centers for my flowers are right here with my metal cup I love to make my flowers with these little metal bead cups. And then I've got my half pearls in there. A little more elegant than, say, a regular Jimmy. So, and then I didn't do it all one color. I did, 3 different looks. This was a full page, like this guy right here. These are some of what was left over from this, not all of it, and from the project behind it. And then this is other scrap. A lot of this is scraps. And this color here, this is out of that complimentary. I'll show you what it is, because it was kind of unexpected. I thought that it would be the same as the rest of the paper, but it was not. It's still Rust and Roses, but this here was all complimentary. It all matches, and it looks really nice. All of it goes with what's happening here, but these pieces, well, this one is on the big sheet, but not all of them are. And it's add-on paper pack is what it's called, an add-on. It's just really pretty. And it also has, let me look, I think on the back page. Oh, there is not. But here's a page of stuff you can fussy cut. Check out those boots. Aren't those cute? And you've got some other pumpkins. This is really pretty. Look at that cat. Very pretty. Lots of things. So I can cut more stuff and add it on here if I want to. But I kind of feel like that was plenty enough for now. So this was my collection. This is what I did with sweater weather. Do we feel all warm and fuzzy? What's your favorite kind of hot chocolate? Do you like marshmallows in it? Or are you like one who likes to put that peppermint spoon in it? And marshmallows? No marshmallows. I like the marshmallows. I don't know about the peppermint spoon or the candy cane. Don't know about that. But I do know that I love a good cup of hot chocolate. So here we go. All right, my friends. So everybody's name is going to be down below. And please, please, please go down, go to click on the link and go say hi and go see what they've created for our sweater weather. Oh, that's a big one to say. Sweater weather hop. Say hello. Subscribe to them if you haven't already. Look for future hops throughout the season and the coming year. There's going to be something fun and exciting every month. And like, share, and comment in kindness only, my friends. All right, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.